there anything differently in the cage or in your BP work that's kind of allowed you to start going gap to gap more often?
I was just working on timing. My timing was a little off at the start of the season. I have to get that back, so I've just been working on getting my foot down in time, kind of using timing.
And you sort of maintain, I guess, your confidence in what you bring to the table in your game. You're a freshman here, starting big role. You talk to your teammates, sort of have those conversations. How's that sort of thing?
Yeah, my teammates help me keep my confidence up and for me, having confidence in me to keep me in that lineup, even though I struggled a little bit. But yeah, just help me to keep going.
Neither of you guys were here last year, but what you guys did this weekend is kind of what ASU couldn't do last year, is correct things when it started to go real bad. What was the mood like, the vibe kind of this last week when you guys were struggling and kind of knowing you had to turn it on? What was the mood and the message?
Basically, get your stuff together. I mean, we're a lot better team than we've been playing like the last couple weeks, and a little losing streak, and right that we're going through is not the team that we are, not the team that we want to be, and not up to our expectations. So it's basically get your stuff in order and let's go to work again.
Luke, it seems like you were swinging the bat pretty well this weekend, in terms of staying through the ball and then kind of putting it all over the place. Coach Bloomquist was mentioning you're one of those guys that starting to get going. You're, a little bit slower of a start maybe than you were anticipating. What are you seeing out there right now in terms of,
Yeah, definitely see I'm having a little bit of a slow start, but just getting my wheels moving, and once I'm off, I'm off. I think this weekend was a good start for me, but I'm going to get hot here real soon, so I just got to get myself going.
Jonah, today was technically your first Division I start, but really you were just doing what you've been doing, attacking the strike zone. What was sort of the feeling? Was there any sort of extra anything in today's game, or was it just sort of business as usual?
It was definitely business as usual, but I just like to get out there, fill up the zone, and let my guys work behind me. That's really it.
You just feel like you guys did what you're supposed to do today against a team like that?
Yeah, that was the game plan going in there.
Jonah, you seem to work pretty quickly out there. You get up there and you wind up pretty quick. Look like you're commanding the zone really well. The third spot in the rotation seems to still kind of be up for grabs. Did you feel like this was a big opportunity for you to cement yourself in that position heading into conference play?
Yeah, no doubt. It was definitely a great opportunity to just show what I have and show what I can do as a starter, and keep getting opportunities and take advantage of them. Good things will happen.
Are you more comfortable in the starter role than you are in kind of a long relief?
It honestly doesn't really matter to me too much. Anytime I get in the game and help us win, it's really it. So.
And earlier in the game, especially during that second inning, when long inning, I don't know how long it was specifically, but how does that kind of affect you, where you're kind of getting in a groove early on in a big game for you, and then you're sitting in the dugout for 30, 40 minutes?
Yeah, our strength guy does a really good job keeping us moving. We got the bike out in the hallway, just keep the blood flowing. It gets long, but the more you can keep moving and keep the body going, I guess it'll be all right. So.
Really, I talked about the mentality, paying attention to the little details, because yesterday you guys had a 3-0 lead, and then ended up 4 runs and winning 6-4. So what was different today on the offensive end of the plate when it came to building that lead a little bit further than what it was last night?
Yeah, it was more just not letting that bats go by without doing damage. I mean, every time you step on the plate, it's no different. Like you're trying to do the same thing every time. You're trying to do damage and make an impact. So just because you're up by a couple runs, it's never enough. You gotta get in there and you gotta do the same thing every single inning. Today, we did a good job almost every single inning of scoring, except for that last inning was kind of bad out of us. But other than that, we did a good job coming in there, putting our foot on the pedal every inning. So that was kind of the mindset going into the day and should be going forward.
Jonah, with your community college background, I'm curious as to sort of what that journey has been like for you to get to this spot. Making a start for a Pac-12 program. Doing as well as you have through the early stages of this season. How that sort of shaped you.
Yeah, junior college was definitely the best decision I made, baseball-wise. Just gave me the experience I needed and the confidence I needed to come out and just trust my stuff and do what I do. And it's all baseball in the end. So it really doesn't matter what level you're at. If you command the zone, go after guys. Free bases are big issue, but if you can minimize that as much as possible on any level, you're always gonna have a better shot of winning, so.
How did sort of your first months at ASU, I guess, raise that baseline that you're talking about that you're able to establish at community college?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, like I said, it's the same on any level, but being here, it's a special place to be, and as long as you can take care of your own stuff and, let the guys behind you do work and handle the ball for you, takes a lot of pressure off. Just go attack, that's really all.
Jonah, did you have a pitch clock today in mind? I know at first start, a lot of the different guys that have gotten in their first starts have kind of had a number, but you were just working so efficiently. I mean, you went through 5 innings, it was nothing. Was there a certain number in mind that you were told, or were you just able to go out there?
There wasn't really. I like the pitch comm bracelet. It's been helping out a lot actually to just work quick. You get the sign and hop back on. I don't really think about the pitch clock at all. So yeah, I like working quick. And that kind of takes care of the pitch clock itself. So.
Jonah, did you feel like you were ready at that point, coming into college, to be at a place like this, or was that sort of time? Did you need that time in community college to really get?
I think that time in community college was really important for me. Just to get the innings I needed. Definitely after that, I felt like I was for sure ready. But yeah, I think it played a huge role. Just learning how to pitch.
Luke Hill, before the season, was telling us that he was someone that you took under his wing to help him out, in the middle of the field. So many of you guys 1 through 9 had your foot mark, on this game specifically, but I mean, he had 3 doubles, I think 3 RBIs. What can you say about his ability to step in as a true freshman and maybe what you helped him out with to, get results like we saw today?
Yeah, the kid's a stud. I mean, he just gets up there and see ball, hit ball approach. I mean, he just seems like he hits a line drive every at bat. So I mean, I'm not gonna take credit for what he's doing. I mean, he's doing a great job of what he does and plays the game hard, and he's playing it the right way right now, and he's staying disciplined to his approach, and he's doing a great job. So, kid's a stud.
Sorry, real quick, Nu'u, I was just gonna ask you, there's been a lot of interchangeability with the lineup so far this season. We've seen you and Johnny Weaver over there at third base. A lot of injuries right now with some certain guys that are obviously going to be coming back, which means there's going to be plenty of shifting going around. Do you feel that this is an ability for you right now, while you're having a ton of the reps, to really put yourself as a cornerstone over there at third? Do you feel that when you're out there playing?
That's what I try to do. I just try to play the game as hard as possible. I don't really think about that, but I just try to help my team any way I can. If I am, then I am, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Just one more for John. When you say sort of trying to handle yourself better, what do you mean in terms of specific examples that you were able to see through at community college, and also expectations prior to the season? How do they measure up at this point?
Yeah, I mean, specific examples would be, if something goes wrong behind me in the field, just be able to flush that and we go straight back to work and, trust my guys behind me. So what was the second
Just
part?
the expectations prior to the season, how they're measuring up now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we got a long way to go. I know we have it in us, and we got a lot of talent, and we're slowly working that together, and I think we're going to be in a really good spot.